I'm Howie Scarborough. I'm the CEO of Fall Protection Distributors, and we've recently released a blog on our website about Berridge standing seam panels, and we're discussing different fall protection equipment that's compatible with their standing seam roof systems. The one I want to point out to you is the one that is not very compatible. So it's T-seam, high seam. It's not compatible because it has this batten strip that covers the seam. So don't want to attach any seam-mounted anchors to a batten strip, because if the batten strip were to break free, it would just slide down the roof along with the equipment and the workers if there was ever an accident. As you read through this article, you'll see there's links to the roof anchor compatibility chart. If you'll just like that, it's a reference guide, and the different panels are across the top. And as you can see, that seam I just showed you is the first one. These are seam mounted anchors, and these are adapter plates that work with those anchors. Those are not compatible with the T-panel. However, we do have an alternative product we'll talk about here in just a minute. SSRA1, this is our base product. This is what locks onto the seam with 12 non-penetrating set screws. We have two different types of screws. We have a standard SSRA1 cup tip screw. That's an all stainless cup tip screw, non-penetrating. And then we have an SSRA1 nylon tip version, which the only difference is the set screws. That has a nylon bushing in the tip, and it's just softer bite on the panels. So if the cup tip, we're going to torque to 90 inch-pounds. With the nylon tip, we're going to torque between 180 to 200 inch-pounds. Please note, we're talking about inch-pounds, not foot-pounds. So it's 90 inch-pounds and then 180 to 200 inch-pounds on the nylon tip. When we're attaching to the seam, we want to be on steel panels, primarily 22 and 24 gauge steel. If it's lighter than that, in other words, 26 gauge, 29 gauge, those are lighter substrates. Aluminum, zinc, copper, these lighter, softer materials. If you need to run 10-foot walkboards, if you've got a steeper roof, you need to have stable, level footing for your workers, then you can go to the adapter plates. So SSRA2 roof jack adapter. This is a walkboard adapter that's going to mount on top of the SSRA1 anchors. You're going to remove the D-ring off the anchors. You're going to mount them about 8 feet apart on seams. You can run a 10-foot wooden walkboard. So you would need two SSRA1 anchors and a pair of SSRA2 roof jacks to mount one 10-foot walkboard. If you're on a roof system and you need to have maximum worker mobility, you want to use a temporary horizontal lifeline system, you can mount the SSRA3 anchor plate across two SSRA1 anchors. So again, two anchors, remove the D-rings. Those would be on parallel seams. The SSRA3 anchor plate would mount on top of those two anchors, and that is seam width adjustable from 12 to 24 inches wide. So very universal fit. And you would have one of those assemblies, two anchors and an anchor plate at each end of your rope. So we sell these parts individually, or we also sell a kit called the SSRA HLL kit that includes 4 SSRA1 anchors, 2 SSRA3 anchor plates, and a 100-foot temporary horizontal lifeline rope. If you think you might need a permanent horizontal lifeline system, galvanized steel cable system, we also offer an industry-exclusive 120-foot. It's made by Super Anchor. This is going to be your riser posts, your plates. It is made specifically for standing seam roofs, but this is another Ridge Pro. So the Ridge Pro is a unique product. This is going to, as you look, this is compatible with almost everything. So as long as the roof is 612 to 1212 pitch, the Ridge Pro is compatible with almost all types of roofs. Shingle, metal. The way this is going to work is this mounts on the end of a 16-foot pole. A worker climbs the ladder, uses that 16-foot pole to run the Ridge Pro up the roof, flips it over, it locks over the peak, and as it goes up, it brings a vertical lifeline with it. So as soon as the worker steps from the ladder to the roof, he's already 100% tied off. So he can do his work, do his inspection, hang his Christmas lights. Until he is safely back to the ladder, he's tied off the entire time. There's no exposure. And then once he's safely back on the ladder, he can use the pole, release the hook, get it safely to the ground. Ridge Pro is a very versatile product. We sell a ton of those as well. So if you have any questions about any of these products or any of these panels, our phone number is at the top of the website. Our email is support@fallpd.com. And this little blue circle in the bottom right corner of our website is our live chat. Please let us know how we can help you.